We're guarding the carts.
Well, we got lots of 3s and 4s. What time is it?
10:35, 10:40.
10:40. Okay. Let me see whether the ladies want to do more work. Hey, ladies, you want to do more work, or you want to just sit around?
Better than being bored, right?
You're right. That's
From the
what
kid's
Hannah says.
perspective.
So we can do some 1s.
Do they need one?
We can. They have 1 1 and they have 1 2, and either peanut butter and jelly or pancake. Hello. Well, it was 50 years ago. Hard to believe, and I know I don't look that old, but 50 years ago, in the springtime of 1974, it was my college graduation, and but to jump back a little bit, around this time of the year in 1973, we heard who our commencement speaker was going to be, and we were all kind of shocked because we saw our speaker as a much younger woman and didn't really realize her achievements after or in the middle, the 20 years or so that it was that we had 15 or 20 years that we had recognized her as a young child actress. Our speaker was Shirley Temple Black, and we all remember her with her little bopping around the TV screen as she did things for Walt Disney and the Little Rascals and all those other little children's shows that we, my generation, grew up on Saturday mornings.
You know, it's funny.
What?
She did audition for Our Gang, but
She did?
she got turned down. She was she wasn't natural enough.
She wasn't natural
She was
enough.
everything Hal Roach didn't want.
Huh, I did not know that.
And it's funny because she's like, you know, highbrow or kid talent,
Yeah,
and that's not what they wanted.
that's not what they wanted.
But she auditioned. Robert McGowan, the series director, he turned her down.
See, because back in my day, the kids shows were only on Saturday mornings. So we always used to get up, get our cereal, sit in front of the TV, and watch a couple hours worth of TV while my mama did whatever it was that they did on Saturday mornings. We didn't know because our faces were glued to the TV. So fast forward to my college senior year, and we find out that she is going to be the commencement speaker. What we didn't know, news didn't travel nearly as fast back then as it does now. And we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have Google, we couldn't look her up on Wikipedia, we didn't know what she'd done. But apparently she had turned into quite the politician and had gotten very involved in Republican politics. And at that point in time was the ambassador, or was going to be the ambassador, or she was the ambassador, to Ghana over in Africa. Really, very surprising. She had been appointed by, well, it must have been Richard Nixon, because he was the president, still was president in 1974. So she was an ambassador to Ghana. So here we are thinking that when it comes to commencement day, and where I went to college, you had a march, and you marched down through what they called a grove, and you twisted around, and the graduation was set up on the steps of the science building. So all the faculty, you know, sitting up there, but everybody marches in, and here she is at the head of the procession, marching with the college president, and kind of blew us away because she did not look what we thought she was grown up, right? And so her speech was your typical commencement speech. You know, what are you going to do with your life? You know, make sure you go out and do the best you can. Don't give up. All those speeches, because all those speeches are basically the same. We were not really impressed. At least I wasn't very impressed. Because I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting a politician. I wasn't expecting an ambassador. My memory and my mind went back to the childhood days, and because it wasn't the same, I was disappointed, I guess is how you'd say it. So But my claim to fame is that we all shook hands with Mrs. Black when she was done her speech, all of us graduates. And so I got to shake her hand, and of course she smiled because she was practiced at smiling. And then we went on to the rest of our lives. So that's what I remember about my interaction with Shirley Temple Black.